This week on a special Final Four edition of One Devotion, a Euroleague rookie takes inspiration from a moving family legacy. A veteran icon talks about his recent return to the club he loves. A shooting star tells why his team is more than just a pretty face. And Final Four protagonists put their questions to former champions. Fenerbahce Ülker Istanbul shooting star Andrew Goudelock plays basketball with a singular motivation that has a very special source. Another Andrew Goudelock, his uncle, who lost a leg to cancer when he was a teenager. What his uncle did without that leg, recovering to compete in American football for his high school, made him a local hero. And though he passed away at age 19, long before his nephew was born, his uncle's courage continues to guide Goudelock every day.
Once I came upon a story about him, playing football with one leg, he had cancer. And, he was like one of the best players. He wouldn't ever give up. His determination was always really great. And so once I read that, it really inspired me.
It was when he himself was a teenager, on the road to becoming an elite athlete, that Goudelock learned all about his uncle's moving story.
It opened my eyes to being more than who I was, because I didn't really know much about him besides the fact that I knew I was named after him. So when I saw those things, I started reading up on things, and then I was asking my other side of the family, more questions about him.
The answers Goudelock heard left him more and more in awe of the uncle he was named after.
My other uncles tell me stories about, when he used to play basketball as well. And, he would obviously play with one leg. When they would try to take it easy on him, he would get really mad and be like, if you're gonna play like this, and let's not play. And he would, really be angry because he really wanted to win. And so that determination, man, it just showed me a lot.
It was not long before Goudelock started internalizing the lessons of his uncle's remarkable perseverance.
He was very focused. He wouldn't give up. He would never stop with what he was trying to do, even when he was playing with one leg. So with me, when I would be in the game and maybe I was feeling tired and maybe I was feeling defeated, I would always just think about that, think about his story, what he went through.
Those lessons are so powerful that his uncle's indomitable spirit goes with Goudelock whenever he steps on the court.
I'm feeling, down, or I'm feeling like, things aren't going my way. I just look at it as another challenge, because that's probably what he would have done. Playing with one leg, you can't think of the challenges that come your way, because you can't really do what you want to do. And for him to be able to play football, American football nonetheless, one of the most physical sports in the world, it's just mind-blowing to me. So if he can do it, I feel like I can do it.
Specifically, Goudelock says that his uncle's story helped him come through a tough time when he lost his form earlier this season.
I went through a slump for about 2 weeks, and I was just playing, by my standards, I was playing terrible. And I was just, every day coming home, and I was really upset. I really thought about him. And I was just like, man, he kept going until he couldn't literally go anymore. And so, I thought to myself, at least fight, fight and do what you do best, and just trust yourself and you'll be okay.
While carrying such an inspiring story with him every day, Goudelock tries to do all he can to live up to his uncle's example. It's a family legacy that will be continued for another generation, because Goudelock has also named his own son, Andrew, after his uncle.
When I'm, in my hometown, he's like a hero. He has like awards named after him. When I go back to my hometown, he's always like, the top of the conversation when I'm anywhere. So for sure, when I'm going around, I think of what I'm doing is, keeping his legacy going on. And, I want to represent his name in the right way.
How much was a big dream was the Final Four for you? It was interesting because when I first came to Europe, I didn't know anything about the Final Four, and then little by little you start watching them and reading it, and it's like, damn man, I want to play in that. I want to play in that.
Yeah, no, it's big. This is my third one now. It's definitely a blessing to be able to go to 3 in a row, but I haven't won, and you have won. Is it true you won your first Final Four?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to win the first one. It wasn't my first European season though, because the year before that we lost to Goudelock. I think it was in the playoff. And then the second season went and got in the Final Four, and we won that one. We won that one in '95, which I guess 20 years ago now makes me feel old. It makes me feel real old, but.
You played with one of the best European players, one of the best basketball players in the world, Sabonis. How was it like playing him?
You got this guy that's like, 7 foot, 220 out here, like 300 pounds, and he's coming across the lane and screaming for the ball. Give me the ball, And he'd get mad at everybody if he didn't get it, So he was easy to play with after that. I just had to move my game out a little bit, play more face to basket. And, have someone like that to give the ball to left me wide open all day long.
No, he forces a double team.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly. We're playing against a great coach in Obradovic. He's won many titles. You played with him?
The first year that we lost, he beat us.
Okay.
And then the second year he came to Madrid and we won with him.
Okay.
So I got him from both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah, I got him.
Do you have any advice for us going against this legendary coach?
He's a hell of a coach. Obviously, otherwise he wouldn't have won so many. Zelko, I think, especially when it comes down to the Final Four, he just really, really focuses on the details. And that's what he always preached that does. He's like the details are what wins championships.
Right. What was it like wearing the Madrid jersey back when you played? What did it mean to you?
It was different when you put that jersey on because you weren't just playing for a Spanish team, you were playing for like an international corporation almost. So it was a little bit different. You felt the jersey a little bit more, you felt the colors.
What did it feel like to win that Euroleague title?
There was so much euphoria and so much happiness, and it was one of the most special moments of my life because I was able to bring my son down, and I think he was 5 at the time. I was able to bring him down on the court, and he spent the whole thing with me.
What was the celebrations like with the fans?
It was great, man. We did the same thing, went to the town hall and presented the trophy to the king, and got to meet the king and the queen and all that fun stuff. And just stuff that a little boy from Rochester never imagined. You know what I mean? And then bringing that trophy out in the soccer field and showing everybody, it's a special feeling, really.
The only player from last season's Final Four who will wear a different jersey at this one is Olympiacos Piraeus swingman Tremel Darden, who didn't even debut in the Euroleague until he was almost 30 years old. But if Darden was late to the party, he has made up for lost time by wearing 4 different Euroleague jerseys in the last 4 years. Unsurprising, perhaps, for a globetrotter who has already played pro ball in 7 countries. What makes Darden unique is that while changing clubs, he has started in 82 of his 86 Euroleague games so far.
I try to put in a constant work ethic every day, and just be a positive example of being a professional. Regardless of what the situation is, whether you work in sports or a regular job, you have your days where you don't want to get it done. But to be a professional and try to be the best, you still have to push through.
Since leaving his native United States, Darden made his way from Turkey to Belgium to Australia and to France, before suiting up for Žalgiris Kaunas, Unicaja Malaga, Real Madrid and now Olympiacos. And every step of his journey has been a new opportunity for growth.
It's just a great opportunity to just experience different cultures and more than just what you're used to in America. And having that opportunity to have that experience has broadened my horizons and made me a more well-rounded person.
On the court, the one constant Darden brings to all his teams is a defensive mindset that has endeared him to coach after coach, and given him a role that travels as well as he does.
You know, for me, it starts with defense. I try to bring some great defense to the teams that I'm playing on because I'm a firm believer that defense carries you and can get you to championships. So I try to be a defensive anchor on the team, doing whatever they need, whether it's guard a point guard, whether it's guard a power forward, small forward, chase guys off the screens.
His defensive mentality is something Trammell took seriously and started developing ever since he got into basketball.
Ever since I was a young kid, I always took defense serious. Back to playing playground ball back in the neighborhood, I always would try to guard the best player on the other team. Even if he's getting the best of me, the competitive drive in me was to continue to guard him the next day and try to shut him down.
Making people work extra hard to score against him requires a different type of dedication from Darden than the one needed to put in his own points.
The skill set that goes into being a good defender starts with a desire and heart to want to play defense. Whereas offense is repetition, it's practice, and it's confidence that you gain through constant repetition of doing a certain move, shooting a certain way. Once you get that confidence, you can, it takes you and propels you to a different level.
It goes without saying that a dedicated defender goes to the heart of team basketball in the Euroleague, which explains why, a year after losing in overtime of last year's championship game with Real Madrid, Darden is back in the Final Four as a starter for the team with the Euroleague's best defense this season, Olympiacos.
I need to do whatever the team needs me to do for the team to be successful. It's not about me, it's about the team. And I feel like a team is a great expression of love because every player has to become less for the greater overall goal of the team.
Coach, what do you remember most about the Final Four?
Well, first
Final Four.
Yeah, it was something personal, something I wanted to do at the age of 36, 37, really. Mm-hmm. And that's something a lot of players can't say that they did. Won something at 37 as a player, a European title.
What did you do to prepare your mind, your body for the game, or for the Final Four?
Just focus on the players who I know I have to guard. I think about what they got to do the night before real hard. I look at the game, the video, and nothing. Get my rest. Mm-hmm. I just, it's just tough because you're nervous, really. Yeah. But you know you have to go out the next day and you have to play.
Do you remember how many points you had in the Final Four?
No, I know I played great. I played great against Maccabi. That was a great game. I knew that first game we had to win. Mm-hmm. We had to win to get to the finals. And I knew I carried the team on my back. I did, I don't know, okay, maybe 17 points, 15, 17. Right. But it didn't matter. In the Final Four, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It matters is trying to win. Gotcha. Trying to do your role, don't get nervous, and just play as hard as you can, and don't depend on the guy next to you.
You know, for my first time reaching the Final Four, I'm 30, so hopefully I have more to come, but what advice would you give a young player like myself?
Just be yourself. Mm-hmm. Just do your job, play your role, and that's it. Don't worry about anything else. You have great players around you, so it kind of make your job a little easier. Don't try to be a Superman, do things you never did before. Just play your game and you'll be okay.
What do you remember about the celebration part? I know you guys won it. Do you remember going out partying, or what did you do after you guys won it? Did you cry? Did you hug your mom? What did you do?
Pretty much my family was there. It was, like I said, it was an emotional moment. I never cried in my life. I don't say it to Demetrius for sure, I'll tell you about it. But I was so happy, I cried a little. Mm-hmm.
Heading to the Final Four again in search of its first Euroleague title this century, basketball fans agree on one thing about Real Madrid. This team is tons of fun to watch. But one player who generates much of that fun, sharpshooter JC Carroll, hastens to make clear that Madrid has a higher objective.
I mean, the best thing that we like is to be known for a team that wins, that goes out and competes. But we're a group of guys that we like the style of basketball we play. We like to play fast, we like to play up and down. we like to come down and make a three-pointer or an alley-oop dunk and fast break that can get the crowd into it and that could, change the dynamic of the game with one play.
In 4 seasons under head coach Pablo Lazo's freewheeling system, Karol has scored more three-pointers at a higher percentage than any other Euroleague player.
It's just kind of what the opportunity that Pablo, our coach, has given us. He said, this is how we're going to play, it's what we're going to do, and he's lucky enough to have personnel that can implement that. The first factor is that we just do it because that's the way we all know how to play. Once we get it all together, we play well. The outcome is a fun fan experience at a basketball game.
It is often said that teams play the way they practice, and Karol confirms that theory in Real Madrid's case.
Practice is similar. Everything we do is 5-on-5 or up and down, fast pace, and we have drills we do where a lot of the plays in alley-oop dunks or three-pointers. It's fun.
It's so much fun, in fact, that Madrid might want to charge admission to its practices.
I see guys do things in practice that make you shake your head more than stuff that happens in games, because it's a risk-free environment. You can take risks that you won't take in a game.
One byproduct of spectacular play is happy home fans, and after coming up short in the last 2 Euroleague Championship games, Madrid is hoping those fans make the difference when the Final Four starts at the Barclaycard Centre in the Spanish capital.
This year it's in Madrid, and we're hoping and expecting to have a huge fan following at all of our games. And there's nothing like making a three-pointer in transition and hearing the fans go crazy for the next 25 or 30 seconds. Those 25 or 30 seconds can add pressure to the other team to have to try and silence them to make it quiet. And then you come down and you hit another one, back to back, and the crowd just gets it even more.
Win or lose at the Final Four, Real Madrid has already made its mark on modern basketball with a style that Karol hopes to see emulated by other teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see this spread. Hopefully more teams will play that way, and talking to other players and agents, things that I've heard said is, coming to Real Madrid to play is a destination players want to go right now.
Just don't forget that the way Madrid plays, entertaining as it may be, is a means to an end. Winning.
Definitely shows that you can win playing this way, and it's good. People like it, players like it, and hopefully more and more teams start to adopt this style. As you said, we've been really close and haven't quite achieved the Euroleague title, but we'll keep trying, we'll keep knocking, and eventually that door will open.
Nico, you won your first Euroleague trophy in Madrid in your first Final Four. Does it mean that you want to be our good luck charm?
I hope so. It was my first Final Four and my team won the Euroleague. And I have very nice memories from that weekend. And I hope also this will bring us good luck also to our team and lift the trophy one more time in Madrid.
What do you remember most about that weekend in Madrid?
I think I would say the moment that we lift the trophy. It was a very big thing for us to win Euroleague like for any team. And the Final Fours that you win, you always remember, I think, the moment that you lift the trophy and you cheer for for what you have done and for whatever you have accomplished. It's that particular moment.
Do you keep any souvenir of that year at home, and what is it?
Yes, I keep souvenirs. I try to keep from all the Final Fours. So I have them all in my home in Thessaloniki, and when I stop playing, I will open all these boxes and bags to see exactly what I have.
What makes the Final Four different than any other tournament?
Final Four of Euroleague is fighting for almost 8 months, playing around 30 games, traveling all over Europe, and it's a big thing to win the whole thing. So this is the different psychology, I think.
We have a lot of newcomers this year in Final Four. What do you think should be the key for us to success?
The most important thing is not to get, let's say, so much excited from everything that is around. Just try to do your game, concentrate in the game, and everything is going to be fine.
Former Euroleague MVP Andrei Kirilenko has enjoyed a magnificent career, but one thing he has never done is win the Euroleague title. Having returned home to CSKA Moscow in mid-season, Kirilenko is now fully focused on putting that right by helping the team he loves become a champion in Madrid.
CSKA always, building a team which is competitive and supposed to win. So this year is not changed. Our club still going to be competing, still going to be try to win this championship and try to be a leader in any tournament we play in.
Kirilenko knows better than most that winning the Euroleague doesn't come easy. At his last Final Four in 2012, CSKA lost the trophy on the season's final basket to Olympiacos Piraeus, its opponent once again in this season's semi-finals.
It's not about revenge, it's about showing your skills in a particular time. You got a Final Four, so you have to win 2 games in a row. You don't have a chance for mistake, and that's why it makes this tournament very hard to win. And if you take a look for the last probably 5 years, favorite almost never wins.
Kirilenko will try to change that in Madrid, where he not only won a Eurobasket gold medal with Russia in 2007, but where CSKA took its last Euroleague trophy in 2008.
We already can call the Madrid our lucky city. So, no matter what happens right now, it's already lucky for us. But I hope that it's going to be more lucky for us, and we can win this title.
A Euroleague crown would complete a circle for Kirilenko, who joined CSKA as a teenager and returned in the middle of the current season for his 3rd spell with the club.
I was raised here, and I always thought that at the end of my career I'm going to play here. I think it's all about memories. I came here at the age of 17, and a lot of my life, not only on a basketball court but off the court, was in Moscow. So I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of family members who lives here, a lot of fans who have a chance to experience me playing from being young, in the prime time, at the end of the career. So it's more like it's a family-oriented club for me.
When it comes to stepping on the court, however, Kirilenko remains an arch competitor who wants his family reunion to end with a trophy.
We have to have this kind of vision of winning every game. Doesn't matter what happens in the game. You can be down by 20 points, but you still have a chance. So I'm that kind of player who likes to fight till the end, until the final whistle, and then you can say, okay, we've been stronger today or we've been weaker today. So of course I want to win, and of course I want to show my best in Madrid. But this tournament is so tough, you can't win it alone. It has to be a team effort, and all our team has to be on the same page and show our best skills at a certain moment.
You lost your first Final Four with Olympiacos. Was it easy to get over, or was it hard to recover?
Every time when you are losing Final Four, it's really hard, but on this level, all of us, we have to be very tough mentally, and we have to pass very, very fast all the difficulty. So after one loses, it's hard, but you have to go on exactly immediately the next day.
In 1997, you were part of the team when Olympiacos won its first Euroleague. What's the biggest thing you remember from winning your first Euroleague?
When the clock shows 0 and you know that you won the title, this is the biggest something that you cannot say it by words. After that, I remember that it was like Tarlac, my teammate, when we took the European Championship, he went to the bus and he started to drive the bus. You know, he was so happy that he was ready to be a driver. You know, to drive us in his hotel.
You were an assistant coach for the last 2 Euroleagues with Olympiacos. What do you remember about Protagonists making the shot to start back-to-back Olympiacos titles?
When he scored this 2-point shot was something amazing. I mean, to win the title with the last shot was something the best way to finish the game.
It's my first time doing the Final Four. What's the best advice you can give me?
The best advice is to be calm, to prepare yourself more mentally for this kind of games, because this kind of games need good preparation, especially mentally preparation. And this preparation starts when we start from here. When we go in a plane to travel to Madrid.
We'll be back next week with a show right on the eve of the Final Four.